Hey, princess.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Punchstarter, because punch is better than a kick, where I will be the judge this month, mixing it up. Thanks, Mole, for transferring the power in
A pleasure.
a ceremony that we didn't broadcast, but other than that.
Now you've got the power.
Yeah, there was like
Well,
a
it
sword
was.
and blood and a ritual. It was pretty cool,
Yeah.
though.
Well, spectacular. I loved how we lined everyone up perfectly with the end scene of episode 4. Oh,
Yes.
Marcus was just by your side going "Aww," when you got your pin.
I approve.
I approve.
Goof will hang out canon now. But as such, I will be the judge, and everyone will go through their pitch and idea to me. And this month is Cheezy SciFi Movie, hopefully made to show on the Sci-Fi channel, if you want to spell it correctly, or in the silly way that they now do. Or I don't know if they might have changed back. I don't know, to be fair. But yeah, and it has to be about either a monster, an alien, or a disaster. Basically, I want everyone to pitch a movie that Wifeblade and I will sit down, watch, and laugh and love. So, and I have my categories here. And so first category is premise of the movie, not the whole plot, but just kind of like the basic idea behind it. And so first, take us away, Stacy.
Excuse me, Mr. Host. Mr. Host, are you going to introduce us?
Oh, sure. I guess if you're gonna be like that. Okay. So before we do that, I guess joining me today is, as mentioned, Stacy, Anastasia Lazerbeam.
Hey.
We have Chriz the Mole,
Hello.
Marcus Shadow,
What's up?
and Jim Phoenix.
Hello.
All right. So first category, premise. Stacy, take it away.
Basically, my premise is like Expendables 2 plus Gremlin plus Care Bears. It's basically, like this is if the Gremlins were like Care Bears, and there's like a lot of kids hugging them and stuff, and they're evil and aliens. They gotta be taken out. And I just like the idea of like the entire Expendables cast just shooting them, like hunting knife stabbing, bears and stuff. And like ripping it out of a child's arms, like "fuck you, this bear has to die."
So the Expendables, killing Care Bears, and Gremlins.
Well, also like I said, I like the idea of like ripping out of a child's arms as they're sleeping. Like, no, you don't understand. The dog's not a bot, but it's my best friend. No, fuck you, die, and stab right in front of the child.
All right. Any other? You can go into a little bit more detail if you want. I just didn't want the entire movie, but if you want to expand, that's fine.
Oh, that was pretty much like in a nutshell. I mean, I could go into like more details when you ask the categories and stuff.
Okay. All right. So premise of it, take it away, Marcus.
All right. Well, my premise is: what if an alien wanted to become a Starship Trooper and had the opportunity to do so?
Want to be a Starship Ranger?
Pretty much. That's pretty much the premise. He gets the opportunity to do so. Shows that his alien race, isn't to be feared, isn't all evil, and is willing to help, and has to fight the big bad galactic empire or whatever the villain faction would be, and obviously there'd be infighting on the alien planet of, oh, we can't have you joining the Starship Rangers, Starship Troopers, and becoming friends with them because that would upset everything. So we're going to ally ourselves with the with the people who don't like the Starship Troopers to upset the balance. Standard villain fare. It's just a cheesy sci-fi action kind of, science fiction action flick mixed with a little bit of romance and a little bit of whimsy and, be great cheesy goodness.
All right. Jim, premise of your movie?
Alright. Were we supposed to give the title in the movie now, or does that not matter?
If you want to, yes. There will be other opportunities for that, though. So if you want to do it now, go ahead.
I'll just do it later. Long story short, a bunch of people are on vacation at a ski resort. Snowstorm kicks up, and a Yeti shows up and tries to kill them. Pretty straightforward. Because Yeti. No, it's called Abominable. Fuck it.
All right, so Mole, your premise?
My premise? My film is called, as this logo I made for it clearly shows, Rise of the Dino Sapiens.
I wasn't told we could do that.
I mentioned when we first did this, you're allowed to use images and stuff. And yeah, Rise of the Dino Sapiens, a scientist who who will be played by none other than, wait for it, boom!
Nice!
David Duchovny wants to do the unthinkable. He wishes to bring dinosaurs back to life using the research of George Church's lab at Harvard University, where they successfully copied genes from the frozen woolly mammoth, which actually happened, and passed them on to the genome of an Asian elephant. His daughter, played by Kristen Krunk, because every B-movie needs something like that, is a local reporter doing her interviews and following the story of her father's research to bring the dinosaurs back. They have a restrained relationship, so this is her way of bonding with him. But wait! What about other people? However, when the first dinosaur bites a research assistant, things go wrong and the guy transforms into an animalistic creature that defies all reason. The worst part is he has a taste for human blood. These Dino Sapiens, half dinosaur, half human creatures, and I believe I have a prototype for them, because that's really funny.
You're gonna go with that.
But it starts to spread. Other people involved with this, on like a side premise at the same time as this, is a cop played by Boom. Robert
Is he a
Patrick.
Triceratops?
And he's a local cop caught in the crossfire with his partner, played by Boom. If you don't know him, he is Lachlan Maroon. I know him from Dead Man on Campus. And he plays an asshole guy. So I thought they'd be perfect balance of like, and his son from Twilight, who may or may not be a love interest for Kristen Krunk. And they all have to survive together from the outbreak of the dinosaur monsters, Rise of the Dino Sapiens. Jurassic Park meets Walking Dead, filmed entirely in found footage.
Sounds more like Left 4 Dead with 4 people trying to survive.
There's 5.
There's 5? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're right. There's 5. My bad. I need to learn how to count.
Thank you, Robert. My premise.
Rick, you're going to need to quantify the quality of that movie by the amount of time that Taylor Lautner does not have a shirt on.
All right, so after that category, winner of that one was Mole.
Woo!
And it's probably closer than anybody thought. Just to throw that out there, so there's still hope. Don't be discouraged because he had pictures. Although I love the logo, that was hilarious.
The logo's awesome.
I just don't want to add extra stuff to
Mole already won.
mini camera, whatever. It's like I just like talking and that's it. Like if you want pictures, I'll link you to them. But
Okay,
Yeah,
and
I just put pictures because I mentioned when we first did Punchstarter, when I first did it, I was like, you have Manycam, you can always use your images to showcase various stuff to give us an idea, because if you say an actor and I have no idea who it is, show me a picture and I might know him. So I was like, well, for this one, fuck it, someone needs to do it.
that's a really good idea, especially if I'm the host, because like a lot of times I don't know people's actors' names, but I'm like, oh, that guy. So
Yeah.
all right, so next category, we'll touched upon this, but any character names and or cast that you have. So if you have people you want in the movie, that's fine. If you have a character name for them, that's fine. And it doesn't have to be like you don't have to be like, oh, and Civilian A is played by this guy. You don't have to do that.
Oh,
But
so you don't want to
Would this
see
include,
pictures? You don't want to see pictures of my grocery store assistant too?
would this include like any names in the process?
oh, like directors and stuff like that.
Well, I was thinking director, sound guy, or like bands or whatever kind of shit you want in there.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That would go here. So with that, take it away, Stacy.
All right. First off, I just want to mention that the entire soundtrack will be done by Tenacious D. Yeah. So, and you may not know the actors, but I'll just like kind of describe them
That's
in
fine.
your head.
You can also if there's something I might know them from, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I have like the stuff there from.
Okay.
Okay, basically, I don't know if you've seen this because it's a little kid movie, but you might have like that's how you might think you might have seen it because your like daughter might want to see it.
Mhm.
But you ever seen Ramona and Beezus? Because there's a pretty much innocent looking little girl there.
Mhm.
She's gonna be like the main girl, love interest daughter who has like one of the bears.
Mm.
So yeah, she's pretty much just like she looks like a 6-7-year-old girl, just like super adorable finger paint, like all over her face, girl.
All right.
Yeah, so basically her, and then she also has kind of sort of not necessarily love interest, but like 8-year-old boy who is interested in her, sort of kind of in the like I don't know, I kind of sort of like you maybe way.
Hmm.
Which is, you might know him, because he was in Yours, Mine, and Ours, How to Eat Fried Worms, and Timothy Green, I think. He plays, like, a little boy and a bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
Now, this isn't really a love interest. He just kind of, like, spying on the girl, because he's not sure why he's obsessed with her, but because, like, he's watching her when she's not looking at him, he can see when the bear's moving, because the bear thinks no one's watching it, because the girl's turned away.
Stacey, I feel compelled to ask, do you have any names for these actors and actresses?
Yeah, so Joey King was the girl, and Ty Panetz is the little boy.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, and then like I said, the heroes, the love interest, by the way, the mom is Tina Fey. Because I thought that'd be funny, because she would also be a really interesting mom, but then it would be really cool to see her try to be a love interest, which I thought would be hilariously awkward. So, yeah, so then the entire cast of Expendables is is the heroes. So, you got pretty much all of them, Bruce Willis, Schwarzenegger, Stallone, everybody in there, like 6 times more guns, like they thought they were actually signing on to Rambo, but it wasn't. So yeah, and Kevin James is still going to be the president because Pixel says, "Why the fuck not?" Which I laughed at one of the reviews. Yeah, so that was pretty much all the main stuff.
All right. So cast and/or character names, or anyone else you want to throw in? Take it away, Marcus.
All right. Well, I don't really have a cast. However, first of all, I'll state the name of the movie. I tried to come up with a different name because when I looked it up on IMDb, it's been used, but I couldn't come up with anything else. So I called it Peacekeeper because it's about that's the name of the group that is the parody of the Starship Troopers. I call them the Peacekeepers, or Intergalactic Peacekeeping Corps. Kind of like an SPD, basically. And they're legendary, and so that's why Alien wants to join it. But anyway, I have it directed by Neil Blomkamp. So, in terms of like soundtrack and music, think any Neil Blomkamp movie. Yeah, whoever's worked with him in the past, that's who's doing the music for this movie because it's perfect. And I have the name of the main character, and that's about it. The name is Eros, A-R-O-S. And I'm thinking who I'd like to play that, either it'd be like a hybrid live-action CG kind of thing because Alien. I'm thinking Shia LaBeouf. And if Shia LaBeouf in there, obviously, I would say the peacekeeper kind of love interest for the character Megan Fox.
Because they need another movie.
Hey, he said B-grade sci-fi movie. Come on, you can't get much more B-grade sci-fi than that pairing.
Except for their paychecks.
Yeah, but we're not talking about how much they get paid. We're talking about the quality of their movies.
That's true.
Although Shia LaBeouf does have a couple of good movies under his belt, and I'll give him that. And I'm thinking, yeah, he's been in B-grade stuff. I'm thinking maybe Jeff Goldblum as like the head of the Peacekeepers. Because I figure he's in that part of his career now where, yeah, he's a big A-list star, but he's also been known to do a lot of B-grade stuff, and he's probably in that part of his career where he'd be willing to take on some of the B-grade stuff again. You know, for a little less pay,
Right.
just because, you know, he knows he'd have fun doing it, and it's not like he needs the money at this point.
Right.
Come on, it's Jeff Goldblum.
He has that fuck you fly money.
Pretty much. No, he has that fuck you Jurassic Park money.
Yeah, I went with the one that wasn't a multi-billion-dollar success.
Yeah, true.
That's why it was funny.
Yes, fuck you flying. I think he was in the second one as well, wasn't he?
No, that's why the second one sucks. It was not the original character.
Fair
It was
enough.
like his son or something.
Well, I believe if I've read the internet correctly, pretty soon he's probably going to have that "fuck you Independence Day 2" money.
True. But, yeah, that's pretty much what I've got so far. Actually, yeah, that's what I've got for now in terms of cast and crew. And I figure, I didn't put a studio in there because I figured this would be produced by Sci-Fi, the channel themselves. It'd be a Sci-Fi channel movie, original movie, yeah.
All right. So, with cast and/or character names, take it away, Jim.
Okay, I don't have any character names, so
That's fine.
let's start with that. All right. I don't have a full cast here, but here's what I came up with so far. Like I said, the premise is a bunch of people are trapped at a ski resort when there's a snowstorm and a Yeti attack. The snowstorm is like whiteout conditions and nobody can leave, and then the Yeti starts like attacking things. You know, horror movie schlock. And also I'm using the Futurama Yeti lore, so if you get bit by a Yeti, you turn into a Yeti.
Ooh.
Just because I think that'd be an interesting thread to deal with. So, people in the movie that I have picked out. First of all, I'm going to state outright, I don't know whether the Yeti would be in person or whether it would be CGI and have a voice actor.
Mhm.
But in either instance, the Yeti is Lou Ferrigno. Come on, who else you can play a big Yeti? Come on, it's fucking Lou Ferrigno.
He looks like a Yeti.
Yeah, he has no shame at this point. He'll pretty much do anything. Cue sad Hulk walking away music. So he'll be in it. We're gonna have James Hong, who's gonna be the old dude that knows the legend of the Yeti and who tells everybody what the hell's going on with the legend of the Yeti.
Yes!
Because James Hong is cool. So he'll tell everybody the legend of the Yeti and maybe make some hilarious quips along the way. And there's going to be an assortment of people who happen to be on vacation at this ski resort over the weekend. Examples might include a couple of friends on a girls' weekend, played by Sarah Silverman and Tara Reid, because apparently every movie must feature Tara Reid at this point. It seems to be a rule now because Sharknado. Or maybe a family who came up here for a family trip, the dad of which is Tom Arnold, because I feel like that would be hilarious. I feel like Tom Arnold would try to act all badass, but then would not be. Seems like something he would do. He'd be like, I'm gonna stop that Yeti. Like, here's a roar. Just like, yeah, maybe I'm not gonna do that. You know, that'd be like the thing he would do. And basically, they're all trying to figure out, how to survive and how to get away. And they are basically following the leadership and under the protection of the badass ski instructor with some kind of painful past related to the Yeti, like maybe he had a family member killed by the Yeti or some shit, or who basically has a a painful past was dealt with this as a vendetta against the Yeti played by Bruce Campbell. Because fuck yeah. Of course, Bruce Campbell fight a fucking Yeti. He would so do that, like, beat him with a ski pole and shit. Be like, come on, you abominable bastard! That'd be awesome. That's about as far as I got with the cast.
Nice.
So, that's what I got. I think Mole already covered his.
Yeah, pretty much. Is there anyone you had to add to yours, Mole?
Nope.
Or character names or anything? Okay.
No, that was pretty much it. I deliberately chose those people because besides Taylor Lautner, the other ones, because you said make it for Sci-Fi Channel, I deliberately chose people who Sci-Fi Channel could afford. Like, I don't think Kristen Krunk's holding out for like fucking like Meg Ryan movie money right now.
What are you talking about? The entire cast of Expendables is totally affordable on the sci-fi budget.
Yeah.
And also Tenacious D.
Yeah. If I was for Rise of the Dino Sapiens, fun fact, I found out there was actually something called Dino Sapien, so I changed the name of it to Rise of, so it'd be like Avatar and Avatar Last Airbender. Turned out to be a really shit, like 15-episode fucking kids show that got cancelled. But I was like, okay, Rise. I was thinking for the soundtrack, because of how these sci-fi movies tend to do whenever I watch them, it would be all bands like Skillet. Because it would be bands where you kind of know them, and you're like, oh, they were a thing like a couple of years back. Oh yeah, they're not a thing anymore. Oh yeah, the best days are behind them if you're listening to the soundtrack. So yeah, Rise of the Dino Sea. Like, imagine this coming at you with a Skillet song. Come on.
Okay. The important thing I need to know is that at any point over the course of your movie, will we hear the phrase "not the mama"?
Yeah. So, I will say that Kristen Krunk is my main character.
All right.
The only reason why is she had the ties to the dad, the ties to the boyfriend, which will get his dad, who's the cop, and all of them involved. Plus, she's a news reporter, so it was an excuse to have a camera on set at all times to do the found footage shit.
There you go.
And I figured, yeah, fuck it, why not make her the main character?
All that found footage shit, that stuff I hate, like,
And look at him, and look at her, and look at him, and look at her. Come on, you can see the family resemblance. Surely Sci-Fi looks for that type of stuff.
I'm positive they do. They have a full-time fact checker.
There you go.
If it helps, I actually found an actress who I was like, oh, she actually does kind of look like David Duchovny's daughter. No. And then I went to Kristen Krunk, I'm like, yeah, that's more what they would cast.
Yeah.
They're like, if the age it doesn't matter, yeah, she'll do. And I'm like, yeah.
Taylor Lautner should be her cameraman.
All right, so for the cast category, the winner was Jim.
Sweet.
Booyah!
Woo!
Because Bruce Campbell, Lou Ferrigno, yeah, that's
Hell yeah.
that's got sci-fi written all over.
Yeah.
You abominable piece of crap! Say hello to my boomstick!
Pretty much.
All right, so next category is the amount of CG or special effects. Like, are you gonna do CG? Are you gonna have practical? Like, is all the monsters CG? I just kind of even. Are you gonna super budget it and like the background is CG too, which I've seen. So I just want a vague idea of how much CG and or special effects and or practical effects you were gonna use for this movie.
I'm going to have to make the case. I think we've all seen the prequels, Rick.
I was thinking lower grade than that.
Oh, no, yeah, because when you mentioned that, like I've mentioned when I watch all the behind-the-scenes footage and stuff, when you watch some of the deleted scenes of, like, the Star Wars prequels, and they're just stood on a green stage, it's like, well, this is a shit deleted scene. This would have been so much better if it had been on location and it had been deleted in the desert or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, look, there's a tennis ball on a stick. Oh!
Okay, so with special effects, take it away, Stacy.
Okay, clearly it's because, we spent the entire budget on the cast. This will have incredibly limited, if none, special effects. Like, possibly that kind of, it's a spaceship hanging from this stick with a string and, like, a plate that I found right now. No, I painted it silver. Or just got it really dirty. One or the other. So, and it's just going to be like stuffed animals that we took from children or whatever, at a house that I happen to live in because, we have no money. So, there's going to be like no CG or special effects, just really bad voiceover.
Ooh.
Because, the animals have to talk, and it's pretty much like Kid, where they swear a lot and smoke cigarettes. By sticking a hole in the bear and putting a cigarette in it.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right. For
and stop motion.
Okay.
Sorry. Stop motion will be the thing because that's cheap and horrible. We have no money.
And also fun. Anyway, but so for special effects, take it away, Marcus.
Well, seeing as this is a sci-fi original movie, I'm thinking Star Trek budget. So primarily it'll be like just in general, it'll primarily be like sets, models for ships and stuff like that, as practical as they can get. Like with the Peacekeepers, it'll just be, they'll obviously be wearing the suits, they'll be holding guns, stuff like that.
I think you overestimate the current cost comparison between actually paying for all of that physical setup and just doing some really shitty CGI.
I never said it was going to look that great. Like I said, Star Trek budget. It's going to be more like they're holding plastic guns and wearing like fucking polyester suits. But there might be some location work if it's close by in a sheep. Like for a lot of like say the planet-sized stuff, I could see them going out to like a fucking field or like a nearby like wooded area or something to shoot some stuff. The only real CG I see happening in this might be some of the alien stuff, depending on how intricate they need to get with the aliens, and maybe some of the space stuff, like kind of like what they do with Star Trek, where they'll do it all practical and then they'll go in with the CG to put in like the lasers and the photon torpedoes and stuff like that. Right. I could see them doing that, but minimizing it because CG is really fucking expensive, especially really good CG. So yeah, pretty much standard like TV sci-fi budget type stuff, trying to save money where you can.
Okay.
Like I said, Star Trek budget.
All right, and special effects, Jim.
Well, the first thing I do...
Jim.
Jim?
He fell asleep.
No.
Did someone say Vita?
I didn't. You just did. No, what have you done?
He might have been cold.
Double sleep.
Okay. Well, then we can come back to him. So go ahead, Mole, with the special effects.
0.
I think he might have just texted me, so I'm gonna check.
There will be 0 CGI. Because it's found footage. It's really cheap as fuck to make, like reality TV shit. It's literally her standing in front of a camera for a lot of it going, oh, I'm so scared. Which may have worked with Blair Witch, but after that, it was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know I'm saying this, but I approach this from the standpoint of a producer. So it was found footage, which means they can use some practical, like dinosaur claws going through a door and maybe show the monsters once or twice now and again and stuff, but it's mainly going to be found footage crap. So there's going to be like no CGI, and it's all going to be like really cheap cameras too to save money. Like the most expensive thing on this was probably making David Duchovny not look really aged.
Just to take a moment and say that Jim's power went out, so he has no internet or lights or refrigerator or anything at all. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There's a storm going on right now. It's just it's not like random.
There's a storm blowing, Mr. Wayne.
Does that mean there's a possibility we'll lose you too, Pew?
It also means For
I
the
live
purpose
40
of
minutes away
this-
from him now.
For the purpose of this, Marcus, you may want to swap accounts.
Oh,
Because I live,
yeah, good.
because I
Because
live
I can't
a lot
swap
farther
accounts
away
because
from
I'll
him
use
now.
my Minicam thing I've hooked up. And Richter and Pew can't do it. So it's like, hey, it falls to you, Marcus. You're our last hope.
I'll be back.
Yeah. But we live far away now. We don't live in the same
Yes, I
area.
got rid of both of them. My odds are increasing. Oh, I play to win. No. What was that, Pew? Your cat's now caught by a bear.
Damn. That's some cold shit, Coyote.
What do you do if Pew's like, no, I'm fine? Twin just hear gunshot and she goes quiet.
Where the fuck did that bear come from? And why is he talking and also has a gun and my PS3?
That's the level of acting we need in these movies.
Yeah. But,
Oh no, where does that bear come from? He has a gun and my PS3.
yeah. Which,
Hello.
like I said, the most expensive thing I thought for mine was probably going to be the cast. And even they're not big budget people. Like
Yeah.
this film, if no one watches it, they won't have lost too much money.
I just
Well,
like the idea of
I do
A-listers.
have logical reasons for this, but I wasn't sure where that will come. Like I've got marketing and stuff, so
Oh.
I'm waiting.
Pew, text him back and let him know that I'm on the Xpound account in case he gets power back, so he knows not to log on to the Xpound account.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I like the idea of A-listers, but they have no money because they spent all the money on the cast, and they just have to make do with like paper plates and stuff now. Like we didn't spend all the money. That's it.
I was asking, are those gonna? I know because we sometimes do that. Are they gonna be categories later, Rick, of like marketing or reasons behind everything or mindsets and stuff?
Not necessarily. Maybe like a tiny bit of marketing, but probably not what you were going to talk about. So you can throw it in here if you'd like.
I'll
Or-
see if I can throw it in one of the later ones.
Okay. Not a problem.
Yay.
Then we'll try to. So I won't know the winner for this category because I would like Jim to have a chance. So I'll just move on and then let him do his if he gets back. Otherwise, then I'll decide what to do if he doesn't.
I don't think he's gonna get his power back because like his entire block is like out.
Mhm.
He's probably even more further.
So he'll probably be without power for at least a day or two then, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Hey, Pew,
Damn,
Yeah.
Mo really wanted to win.
phone him back and hold the phone up to the microphone.
I actually did do that like 2 days ago.
I was
There-
kidding because his stuff's probably written on his computer.
Yeah.
But he just wouldn't get on Skype. So I'm like, you know what? Hold the phone up to the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is why Jim needs to get a smartphone.
How would that help him? Because if the internet went down, logically his Wi-Fi'd go down unless he used 3G, which
Or 4G.
which that's expensive. That's a rip-off. That is. It's like a couple of minutes and you've used like 20 quid. It's like it's not worth it.
I have 4G.
Just for the benefit of how long we'd be doing this recording, he'd probably have spent like the price of a game.
Depending
It
on
depends
which
on his
plan you
plan.
have.
Yeah.
Because like I have 4G and I could just go to Google Hangouts on my phone.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue on. Oh, Ivory Tower.
So the next category, this would probably be the closest to what marketing, but it's if you already mentioned it, it's fine. Just mention it again. Title of the movie, and if you have like a tagline or like this time it's personal, that kind of like cheesy crap or like title, and then like if they like I said, just some like quotable thing about it or subtitle or cheesy line in the movie. Like okay, for any, I hope I'm probably wrong. Everyone that's played like Resident Evil 3, like all the way at the end when she kills Nemesis and she's like, "I'll show you stars." Like if you want to throw in the one-liner, if you don't have a tagline or anything, that's fine. If not, that's fine. Just title, tagline, something like that. So first, take it away, Stacy.
Okay. I had is there another section for like marketing? Because like I have like a tie-in like toy
He just
thing,
said-
and that has
He just said this is the closest.
This is
Okay,
probably
'cause,
the
like-
closest.
Okay, because there's a tie-in toy that has a bunch of at least like I wrote down 3 one-liners that you could like optionally buy as a gag gift. That's from the movie.
Okay.
Has Pew mentioned the title of her film yet?
Oh,
Nope.
Don't think so.
okay, yeah. I called it Good Night Moon, Good Night Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna give you some of the taglines from the Margaret tie-in stuffed animal.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, cuddle me right there. That's the favorite place I'd like to eat your soul. This is my favorite position. Or I hope she wears those pink pajamas again. Or God damn it, give me that fucking baby. And one more, and this is too long, but it says, that stupid cunt. Don't you know it's a freaking school night? You should be in here so I can eat her. Seriously, why are you letting your kids stay up so late? So irresponsible. And that's it. That's like all the toys they have.
All right. Title, motto, tagline for Marcus.
All right. Well, like I said, the title of my movie is Peacekeeper, and I guess a tagline I would go with this one, since the whole theme of the movie is, this alien becoming the Peacekeeper, and then people realizing, hey, just because it looks like he's going to eat me doesn't mean he's going to eat my face. I would say the tagline would be true beauty lies beneath the skin.
Okay. And
Not that beauty is skin deep crap, no.
all right. So Mole, any of your stuff like that?
Okay, first of all, the title again, just because I really like using that image. Rise of the Dino Sapiens.
It's a great image.
I thought about marketing stuff, which you said we could mention here. I put a tie-in game, but it's a download title like the Real Steel game that people don't even realize had a tie-in game, so it's like buried underneath shitloads of stuff on the PlayStation Store. Most likely using the Outlast engine. Adverts for this would be during The Walking Dead because it's zombie apocalypse and they're hoping to get Walking Dead and Jurassic Park fans into one and stuff. And the taglines, I had a tagline and I had 2 taglines. If I can use one as a one-liner, if you will, but they're both similar puns.
Mhm.
One was, this time we go extinct. And instead of The Walking Dead, they're The Walking Extinct. I don't know why. But yeah, like that's the type of stuff you can imagine during this.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I like that logo. I might just keep it up there for the rest of the thing. A little claw. Yeah.
It's a great logo. Did you actually make that logo yourself?
I asked Toby to make me a logo, and he did. And then I added a claw and the hand and stuff onto the image to improve it and add a little bit more cheesy stupidness to it.
Nice. I like the claw. That was a nice touch.
Yeah. Okay, and so the next category, spoiler alert. I want to know how they, basically the ending. Like, how do they defeat the monster or escape, or kind of a quick summary of like the final part. So, or the like the end of the climax, basically. I don't need to know the after stuff, but I kind of want to know how they deal with the major problem, like right at the end. So, take it away, Stacy.
Okay, pretty much after shooting up all the bears and, snatching all the favorite toys out of all the children, a guy rides a motorcycle over, jumping the White House, and shoots up in the air and shoots the flying saucer, and then crashes down behind him as he makes the jump and lands. Yeah.
I approve. All right, so end of yours, Marcus.
I didn't really give much thought to the actual climax of the movie. But basically, all right. So the whole thing about this character of Eros is he knows that to become a peacekeeper, you can't really be an alien because they kind of, while they're keeping the intergalactic peace, it's like, they have the prejudices and stuff. So he feels, oh, I have to be kind of humanoid or human to become one of these things, and so he gets kind of tricked by kind of the main protagonist of this. That's not the Empire or super archenemy of the peacekeepers, into basically doing his dirty work, and he allows him to become. There's a way that he can become a human. He takes over this body of a peacekeeper from a crashed ship that was on the planet, and so through the whole movie, you're learning about Eros, and the other characters learning about Eros, and he ends up sacrificing himself to save them, and then so they think he's dead, and then at the end of the movie, this malevolent force from the planet with this empire is basically about to commit mass genocide on this planet, and the peacekeepers that are out there that we're working with Eros, they come in to save the people of the planet, the bugs and stuff. A little reticent, but they come in to do it anyway. And Eros comes back because when he gets killed, his mind gets transferred back to his body, so he's still alive. And he comes in and saves them, and to show them, hey, I'm still Eros. I'm still, the person you think I am. I'm just not human. And so, of course, he gets his moments of badassery where he just, having his abilities as a member of that alien race, because alien has to have other different abilities, maybe super strength or higher agility or whatever, combined with the training he received during his time as a peacekeeper, and things he learned there, because he would have kept all that because mind. He comes in, he's just basically an ultimate badass alien and just saves everybody, and then that entire force of peacekeepers that's there basically runs roughshod over the bad guys and saves the people, the aliens. Big cheesy B-grade action climax of just lots of guns and badassery.
Awesome. Okay, so defeating the monster or alien or escaping mole.
Okay, I actually did have an ending. Mine would be they're in David Duchovny's lab trying to find a cure or find some way to. Hopefully I'm on mute at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, here.
Ah, good. Yeah, we're in David Duchovny's lab, basically trying to find an antidote or some way of stopping these dinosaurs. And then basically one of the Dinosapiens would burst through the door, and right as it goes to assault Kristen Krunk, who would be in a tank top at this point and covered in dirt, she basically, I know, I don't know why I put that. She grabs a fire
because you've seen some.
Yes. She grabs a fire extinguisher and holds it up. It bites through it, and then the gas coming from the fire extinguisher, it makes it go, dead. Then David Duchovny remembers, of course, I remember reading this a while back, a little unknown fact, the Ice Age killed the dinosaurs. So Kristen Krunk goes into the air ducts, climbs to the main control room to turn the air conditioning all the way up to maximum to freeze the dinosaurs.
What the fuck?
That's kind of amazing.
I kind of want to see this movie.
And that would be the fall of the Dinosapiens.
I think Sharknado has a rival.
I want to see this, and I want to review this. Make it happen, Sci-Fi Channel.
All right. So the last category, this is another quick one, but I want to know about the length and room for a sequel. Like, are you going to have like one of those, cheesy endings where like the hand comes out of the grave type thing? And is it movie length, or is it like one of those I forget what they call them now, but basically like miniseries where there's like 2 or 3 episodes. I think they call them like events now, but.
Hmm.
So yeah, I want to know if it's like movie length or if you're gonna have like 2 just long episodes, or 3, whatever. Like kind of. I mean, obviously not TV series, but miniseries or movie, and if there's any room for a sequel. So first with that, Stacy.
It's gonna be movie length, like hour and a half, like no longer than that. Maybe like an hour and like 25 minutes, whatever. Like basically around that time. And it's gonna end probably. It's gonna it's not gonna have a sequel like at all, or have like any idea for a sequel. It's just gonna end, kind of with Tim walking away from the explosion that's like the White House, and then the crashed landing of the UFO, with the giant freaking jump in there, and them just all walking away in like a 5-line and kind of jump and freeze frame.
Nice.
Dan, 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 dan.
Okay. Marcus, your length and/or room for a sequel?
Mine would also be feature length, an hour and a half to 2 hours, no longer than 2, if that. Made for TV movie here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there'd definitely be room for a sequel because the movie will basically end with Eros becoming kind of like the first ambassador to the Peacekeepers from this race. So he kind of goes and joins them, and he's like the contact between his race and the Peacekeepers. And so, you could pretty much go almost anywhere from there. You could put him on the ship and have him flying around with the Peacekeepers. You could, have them have the Peacekeepers maybe establishing a foothold on that planet, kind of like a little ambassadorial like enclave type thing, and he works there, and then they have to call on him to come save the day again or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you could do almost anything with that. The door would be wide open for any potential shitty ass sequels they want to make.
All right. And so Mole, your length / room for a sequel?
I went for 1.5 hours to 2 hours, only because anything longer would probably be, that's like for films like The Dark Knight or something like that, where it's actually got thought put into it. For sci-fi movies, I want just enough that you'll sit through it, but not too much that you'll think, wait a minute, what's going on here? No, it needs to be like the old style, like 1.5 hours, maybe 2 at the most. And as for sequels, they could easily do sequels because, let's face it, she froze the building and killed the dinosaurs in there. One of them could have got out. Like, the sequel could totally, like, Resident Evil to it. Now she has to freeze the city. This is a bad time for global warming, would be the tagline for the sequel.
Yeah, or they could do something like like they evolved past the freezing. Freezing no longer kills them. They have to find another way to kill the Dino Sapiens.
Yep. But yeah, it's just, I could just see it being something along those lines for a sequel. I don't see it being like a mini series, but if it's popular enough, they could probably make a TV show out of this, like to try and be like the sci-fi version of The Walking Dead. But I really wouldn't risk that, because if you do too much of this, it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be shit. If you did a one-off film, it might be able to do like Sharknado, where people want to see a Sharknado too. Like people might want to see Dinos Rise of the Dino Sapiens 2 or something like that. So that'd be mine.
Just letting you know, there's a Sharknado 3, or at least coming.
Yeah, I know there is. But like I said, when Sharknado 1 came out, at first people were like, oh, it's just a B-movie, and when they watched it, people did like it enough to want sequels. But it's like, you're not going to get sequels to every fucking B film that's on TV. Some of them find success, some don't. So this one's, it's got enough wiggle room. Just because it's like a zombie outbreak.
Zombie dinosaur outbreak.
Yep.
All right.
Which, like I had written down here, because I literally decided the reason it'd be a zombie dinosaur outbreak, Marcus, is because Jurassic World is currently one of the highest grossing films of all time.
True.
Walking Dead is one of the most popular TV shows, so I could totally see some fat cat, like, producer TV show guy being like, on his cigar. You know what would work here? What's that? What if we combine both? It'd be a massive success.
He's on his guy's cigar.
Because, you know, I imagine producers and stuff for TV networks basically being like the villain from Space Jam, that fat guy with a cigar and a suit.
Wow.
And they're like, but do we have the budget for this? It's okay, we'll get found footage. But what about actresses? We'll get Kristen Krunk. People will still remember her as Lana. And what about David Duchovny? He was in X-Files. That's coming back. Let's get him. That's like a big trend right now.
That is true. All right. So adding everything up, I mean, I really want to hear what the rest of Jim's were. But as it stands, from Active Zeus, the winner is Mole.
Yes, that's what he gets for turning my power off during that video.
I mean, it wasn't rigged. I said it before. If you don't choose him, it was rigged.
And just to let you know, the bonus that I wanted, well, I didn't want, but I wanted. No. It's if you somehow put Dean Cain in your movie, because why not?
Damn it!
I should have.
You told me I wasn't allowed to use picture of Grosser number 2. I'm kidding, because that'd be a weird Grosser number 2, just Dean Cain. Why? I have a suspicion, Rick. Wink.
Cain is as the head of the peacekeeper force that was on the planet. Damn it.
He's not in Expendables.
No, he's not, unfortunately. He's been in some of those, and my wife and I always laugh when it's like, oh, Dean Cain's in this. So it's like, it's like, it's just the bonus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I saw one where he was like this magician con man guy. And I was like, oh my god, I recognize him. Why do I recognize him? He has his mustache. And then, no joke, a part of the film, he went and took it off. I'm like, it's Superman! I'm like, wait, this isn't how this should work.
All right, so I'd like to thank everyone here for joining us for another Punchstarter.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
And based on the fact, love of B-movies and stuff, I will say hello to Wife Blade if Richter ever plays this back to her. You should hear this when she's hearing like Kristen Krunk. She'll be in a tank top at this point, crawling through air ducts, all dirty. She'll be like, "Oh my god, this sounds like a real thing."
Yeah. She'll be like, "They kill him with air conditioning." And I'll just smile. She'll be like, "That sounds, that would, that would be there."
I'll do that. I also love it, like I had written down, I couldn't believe that David Duchovny was like, only after he saw it, it's like, oh yeah, I remember, little unknown detail that the Ice Age killed the dinosaur. Like, people don't know about the Ice Age. Even though that may or may not be what killed them, it's open for debate. Some people think the meteor, but still, I love the idea. It's like, oh yeah, see, and he gets it after that.
I love the idea that he's probably a scientist too. And he's like, oh, I remember now.
Wow. It's his lab. That's what makes it funnier.
The truth is out there.
The only way this would have been better is if I'd given the cops ice bullets.
Chill out. So, Mole, who's the host for next month?
That would be James Phoenix.
Yay.
Does James Phoenix know this?
Yes, because yesterday I asked both you and him who wants to host it, and you weren't answering, and Jim said maybe. Eventually he was like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, probably not a good idea for me to host it, because I have a whole nother month of Ghostbusters I need to do.
To be fair, all you need to do with this is come up with categories and what you want us to pitch. If anything, it would have been easier for you to have hosted this, because you wouldn't have to plan one out for a month.
True. Oh well. Might have been when I was AFK. Anyway, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you everyone for joining us. Do you have any closing words, Mole, since it is your show?
No, that's fine. The better man won.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us. Join us back next month when we have another guest host for Punchstarter, because a punch is better than a kick.